It was funny, I was doing a little video and Mick got kind of scared. Did you just notice that on your back? Oh my gosh. I guess we need to do some desensitizing. This video is why I don't get on scary horses anymore. I know you're all always asking, Amelia, we want to see some video of you riding like a scary horse that's bolting or bucking or throwing its head. Well, the truth is I don't ride those horses. And for exercises that I do with them on the ground instead, because here's the thing. Your safety is most important. You do not want to have a bad experience with your horse because this is my new horse, Mick. I did a ton of groundwork with him when I first got him because I didn't want to have a bad experience. I didn't want to fall off or have him do something scary and then I would be scared. So these 4 exercises are going to be just a good foundation for you to get started with. That you can do with your horse on the ground, that you can do to check out and then decide whether or not you want to ride your horse. Also, check out in the description box, I have a Groundwork Essentials course where I go through how to teach all of these exercises step by step and not let your horse push into your space. And it's super important that you develop the trust and communication with your horse on the ground before you get on them so that you can stay safe. Exercise number 1 is make sure that you can lead your horse correctly. You want your horse to follow your body language. So when you lead your hand forward, your horse should walk forward. When you stop, your horse should stop. When you back up, your horse should back up. When you walk forward, stop, back, forward, stop, back. That's better. Make sure you can do that before you get on. Second exercise is the pole release. So this is really important that you can get your horse to lower their head. Anytime you put the bridle on, you put the halter on, your horse gets excited, you want to be able to put their head down, because notice how when I get him to put his head down, if you look at his eye, you can see him really relax. So when your horse's head is down, they're relaxed and trusting, like when they're eating or sleeping. When your horse's head is straight up in the air, that's when they're on high alert, they're looking around, they're ready to spin and run away. So teach your horse to put their head down. Then the next exercise that you want to be able to do with your horse is you want to be able to ask your horse to walk a small circle around you and disengage the hindquarters. I call this the inside rein to inside hind. Notice how the left hind is stepping over and across the right hind. Notice how he's bending in his neck like this. I can't tell you how many horses, when you go to do this, they're totally stiff. They're pivoting and pushing towards you, and you can't get them to move away from you. So this is basically teaching your horse the one rein stop from the ground, so that if he does go to bolt or buck, or something happens when I'm on him, I need to know that I can get his head around and I can turn and bend him to get that control back. And then the last exercise that I do recommend doing, like if you're worried about your horse, if you feel like your horse might be a little spooky, is to do some desensitizing work. Often I'll use a flag. You can make a flag, like tie a little bag to the end of a whip, or you can find some silly object like a unicorn. Make sure that you can kind of touch your horse, bump it on your horse's back. It was funny, I was doing a little video and Mick got kind of scared. Did you just notice that on your back? Oh my gosh. I guess we need to do some desensitizing work. Apparently Mick doesn't like being ridden by a unicorn. Sorry, buddy. So I might just kind of shake it around up here. It's just all these little things that you can do are a good test of your horse's temperament, right? And really look at your horse's expression. So you can see he's a little bit looking at it, but he's not terribly worried. So before, in the video where he got scared of it, he put his head up and he like clearly was afraid of it. Now he's just kind of like, oh, the unicorn is there. But the bottom line is that you can teach your horse trust and communication from the ground. And you're going to feel a lot better about getting on your horse when you can do those exercises, when you can lead your horse, when you can bend your horse, when you can ask your horse to back up and they'll respond to that, when you can desensitize your horse. Believe it or not, you can actually teach your horse to get round from the ground, to flex at the pole, to rein back. You can teach your horse everything from the ground. So as you can tell, I'm super passionate about groundwork. Do those exercises. If you need help, check out the description box for my Groundwork Essentials course, because definitely groundwork is a skill. It's something that a lot of trainers don't teach, but it's a really important skill to have because you spend a lot of time with your horse on the ground, and it's much nicer if they're responsive and respectful and calm so that you can really enjoy the time that you spend with them. So you can get them in the horse trailer so they're good with the farrier and the vet, and bottom line, so that you stay safe. So hopefully you like this. Make sure to subscribe, and I post a new video every single Wednesday, so we'll see you in the next video.